When you're looking at a new head unit and subwoofer combo for your Jeep, you're not just chasing a longer feature list, you want something that will actually hold up on the trail, blend into the dash without a circus of wires, and give you that extra thump without draining the battery every night. It's easy to get stuck scrolling through spec sheets that promise 120 dB SPL and Bluetooth 5.0, and then wonder weeks later if you've just bought a pricey paperweight. That hesitation is real, especially for a vehicle that sees a lot of mud, water, and sudden temperature swings. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So what does the Alpine i407 WRA 7-inch Apple CarPlay / Android Auto head unit paired with the PWES8 WRA under-seat amplified subwoofer actually deliver when you put it into a 20072-023 Jeep Wrangler? First off, the biggest selling point is the way the two pieces are engineered to fit the Wrangler's tight interior. The head unit replaces the factory radio and slides into the existing slot without needing a custom dash kit, while the subwoofer mounts under the seat and uses the factory wiring harness. In practice, that means you can take the whole kit out in an hour with just a screwdriver and a few clips, and you won't have to cut any metal or drill new holes. For a daily driver that doubles as a weekend rockcrawler, that kind of plug-and-play simplicity is a lifesaver. You'll spend less time wrestling with loose wires and more time actually enjoying the music on a dusty back road. The real test for any audio upgrade in a Jeep is how it handles the everyday chaos of the vehicle, the rumble of the engine, the wind noise when the windows are down, and the occasional splash from a shallow creek. Alpine's built-in DSP, digital signal processing, does a decent job of compensating for those background noises. When you stream Spotify through CarPlay while the four-wheel drive is engaged, the mids and highs stay clear, and the subwoofer adds a solid, non-boomy thump that you can feel in the seat without it turning the cabin into a shaking box. It's not a concert hall experience, but it's a noticeable improvement over the stock system, especially when you crank up a bass-heavy playlist on a long highway stretch. The subwoofer's 8-inch driver, amplified by an internal amp, produces enough low end to make your favorite tracks feel fuller, yet it stays restrained enough that you won't get the dreaded boom 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 that can drown out conversation or cause the dash to vibrate. Who should consider this bundle? If you're a Jeep owner who spends a lot of time off-road, loves using CarPlay or Android Auto for navigation, and wants a clean-look upgrade that doesn't require a full custom install, this kit hits the sweet spot. The weather-resistant construction is a practical detail you'll appreciate when you're caught in a sudden rainstorm or after a muddy trail run. The head unit's touchscreen stays responsive even when your gloves are a little damp, and the subwoofer's sealed enclosure protects the electronics from dust and water splashes that can sneak in under the seat. On the other hand, if you're a pure audiophile who expects audiophile-grade separation and a subwoofer that can fill a large indoor space, this isn't the right purchase. The system is tuned for the Wrangler's cabin size, so you won't get the kind of deep, room-shaking bass that a dedicated home theater sub can deliver. Also, if you're planning to swap your Wrangler's seats for a different configuration like a full-size bench or a custom roll cage, there's a chance the underseat mounting points won't line up, and you'd need additional brackets or a different sub-solution. Now, let's talk about the practical strengths that actually matter after you've installed the kit. The first is the integrated connectivity. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto mean you can keep your phone on the mount, use voice commands for directions, and still have the stereo handle music playback without a separate Bluetooth adapter. In real-world use, that reduces driver distraction. You tap the map on the 7-inch screen, the system automatically switches to navigation audio, and the subwoofer continues to provide a low-frequency backdrop that isn't overpowering. The second strength is the durability factor. The head unit's front panel is made from a hard-coated polymer that resists scratches from dust, sand, and the occasional keychain brush-off. The subwoofer's enclosure is sealed and has a silicone gasket that keeps moisture out, something you'll thank yourself for after a river crossing that leaves the interior of your vehicle damp. Finally, the ease of installation translates directly into cost savings. Because Alpine designed the wiring harnesses to plug into the factory harness, you avoid buying extra adapters or paying a professional installer, which can shave $100 $150 off the total expense. No product is without its compromises, and the Alpine bundle has a few that buyers should be aware of. The most noticeable is the power draw. The subwoofer's internal amp is rated at around 150 watts RMS, and while Alpine advertises efficient power use, you'll still